Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. This guy's victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. On the Cowboys side, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guy's stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now. Hoping the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory. Yeah. That's the bottom line there. But wasn't there plenty of practice? He threw one when we were watching for an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he's going to trot onto the field. He might even sprint onto the field after that one. That's a momentum play. That big punt return probably yelled over to the special teams guys, thanks, because now they've got a chance to cash in prime real estate territory.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down and sacked back at the 24. Jahad Campbell gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. The gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a play fake here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And an Eagle first down.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff line for the middle. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 66 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
36-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second and 10.
At the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps left.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 36. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stride. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On for the Cowboys field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The second down pass.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
3rd and 10.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Philadelphia.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, they see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Eagles at 500, sitting at 5 and 5. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Down inside the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Well, get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
It's now 3rd down.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second and 1. Shorter there, caught by Granson. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And an Eagles first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Eagles.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 right at the 20.
First and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Oh, what a move. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because...
And they're going to get it. They bring it down a sack back at the 16-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Elliott is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing into the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The season is going by at lightning pace. Week 12 has arrived. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on Indianapolis. And here's the Chiefs wideout. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 56 yards, touchdown. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the veteran Aaron Rodgers. On target to his trusty tight end, Jonnu Smith, in the end zone for the score. The Steelers up their mark to 7-4 with this win. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Jets. And it's Justice Hill. He'll find an opening and take it in. A 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Ravens keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 44-yard.
And his kick here is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And an Eagle first down.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 12-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw again. Look here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
At the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is going to slide to a home inside the 5-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
At the 3-yard line.
He'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. 2nd and 5. Now he'll tuck this, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. This is caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Powers ahead at the 45. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
And I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But if you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Complete to number 2.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Fights through. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
One incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. He'll drop to throw. Mechie has it on the slant. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They go with blue between the tackles. Nice move. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they run with blue. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.